Well done, everybody. My name is Nikki Dean. I'm going to be bringing you all the action live from the National Centre for Motorsports Engineering here at the University of Bolton. It's an incredible facility. In fact, let's show you around.
My top tips for a business looking to adopt new technologies. The first thing that I'd say is do your research. There's loads of podcasts out there. I'm listening to them all the time. Ask questions, network, look at what your competitors are doing, and definitely embrace. You can't stand on the sidelines anymore.
Let's look ahead to the future then of retail. I think we've discussed some of the ways in which the retail environment has changed. That's down to lots of different factors. Technology is changing what people expect from brands. We've got millennials which consume completely differently. So what does the future of retail look like?
Bring someone in like your good self, get a host, an MC, someone that can come in, understand what you're trying to get across, and then they interact with you and they sort of pull that content and knowledge out of you, rather than you sort of standing terrified looking into a camera.
It's a very good point, that, actually, because I do both, but it's a completely different kettle of fish, for want of a better expression, to be live on a stage talking to hundreds, thousands, and also being in a studio. And for certain people, one will be more terrifying than the other. This is a very intimate space. We had a chance to chat before, but still for some people, you'd see the cameras go on, you hear the countdown, and your mind just goes blank. So to have somebody who sort of moderates a panel, asks questions, is actually another great way of doing something like this. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good to have you both here. So, Catherine, Karsten, let's start by asking the question, how do we secure data to build AI? Catherine, maybe you could start.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
Hello and welcome to Inside AI, where this time we're taking a look at how artificial intelligence and deep learning uses facial, voice and text recognition to create content. In this episode, we'll be heading over to the BBC's Blue Room, where Spencer Marsden will be showing us an image synthesis technique more popularly known as deepfake.
And the Metaverse is essentially the next generation of the internet. A more immersive way of being. So to give you an example of how we might use it in business environments, and it's also set to change how we interact socially as well. It won't completely take away from us being in the same room, thank goodness, because I'm a very sociable person. But you'll be able to send a hologram of yourself to a business meeting so that you can all feel like you're in the same room together. It's a digital world that essentially exists in parallel with our physical world. Sounds quite scary, doesn't it?
Okay, we've got another question here. Now, the metaverse is something that everybody talks about, so I think this is probably in relation to that one. Are you able to do holograms? I know there's been a lot of talk about, in the future, being able to send a hologram of yourself to a meeting. Is this something?
I'm a hologram.
Oh, no, he's real.
I'll do the mic. So you are going to see this technology evolve very quickly.
So you've decided to get an Indra Smart Pro EV charger installed in your home. Great choice. But how does the installation process work? Well, here's everything you need to know.
We will be talking to you a bit more about cybersecurity as well, which I know is your particular area of interest. Dr. Harron, tell us a little bit about your role. Then I mentioned Spot the Dog. If you could, kind of in a nutshell, tell us what it is that you do, a little bit about how Spot the Dog is involved in that, and also what you think for everybody in the room here, what would be kind of your main focus, or where you think businesses should be most focused in terms of future tech.
And last but not least, we have Phil Hutchin, CEO and founder of Dice. Thank you. Okay,
where will VR be in the future, say 5, 10, even 20 years from now? What do you think virtual reality will look like, and how do you think we'll overcome the barriers that we currently have that are stopping us right now from being there?
Doing some fantastic work, absolutely brilliant, groundbreaking work. Talk to them about how they get started, ask questions, and break down those barriers, because technology is for everyone and it's here to stay.